God damn it, Khalifa is such a Mary Sue, and I fucking hate her. Okay, now, if you have been watching the Xeon and Agro Survival Arc vlogs, where we've been going through Super, then you're already aware of like how I feel about this character, and I've already gone on this whole diatribe in one or if not more of those videos. But I wanted to just go ahead and make a separate video kind of segmenting that point off and kind of laser focusing on my issue here. Khalifa is a goddamn Mary Sue. And for those who are kind of unfamiliar with what a Mary Sue is, a Mary Sue is usually a term reserved for fan fiction. In fan fiction, when people are writing fanfics, they will write characters that are meant to be kind of like self-inserts. You know, they make the character the coolest and the strongest, and they have like the best powers, and sometimes they're romantically involved with like one of the other series' main characters. Like girls will always like write fanfics where they write like basically just like, it's idealized version of themselves and shove it into a show, or not a show, but like into their fan fictions of these shows. And here, this is like a bizarre canonical Mary Sue, where this isn't a fan fiction. This is an actual show that is intended to be in continuity with this long-running franchise. And this franchise has had this expanding lore and these kind of fairly set-in-stone rules. And then you have a character like Khalifa who just shows up and upends a lot of those rules just because, well, they needed a female Super Saiyan. Well, they needed more Super Saiyans because if you're going to have a Universe 6, well, you have to have more Super Saiyans. So we have to, like, have more Super Saiyans. So why don't we make a girl one? Oh, well, she's going to be a girl one. Oh, it's like, but like, how is she going to get it? Oh, well, we'll just have her unlock it. And then she'll unlock the next form, too. And my problem with this is that she is getting these abilities without putting in the effort that other characters have. And a lot of people have argued the fact that, oh, well, this is Universe 6. Universe 6 Saiyans evolved differently from like the Saiyans in Universe 7. And that is a perfectly valid point to make, and I am okay with people falling back on that. My issue really stems from the mere fact that why is Super Saiyan not already a thing in Universe 6? Like, this is a universe where Saiyans have flourished. They aren't just limited to, like, this handful that are still in existence. This is, like an entire race, and none of them have ever become a Super Saiyan. No one's figured it out yet. Like, this was my issue originally back with Cabba. Cabba shows up, and he's just like, oh, I've never seen that transformation before. And I'm like, I see what you're doing, Toriyama. He's going to have, because he's some sort of bizarre evolved Saiyan, he's going to have some sort of weird different transformation. He's probably going to have, like, green hair or something. And he's going to have, like, a completely different Saiyan evolutionary branch. And nope. He just becomes a regular Super Saiyan. It's just, in his world, that just never existed, and they never knew that they could do this. Even though in this world where, like, Saiyans are, down to, like, this handful, like, there's 6 or 7, and, like, 2 of them are literally fucking babies, and the other one are 2 children who will never fucking grow up, apparently. They have figured out Super Saiyan, and, like, almost all of them, except for the 2 babies, can go Super Saiyan. And, like, people will also make the argument that, oh, well, Super Saiyan's already been devalued enough. They gave it to Goten and Trunks. It's not a special thing anymore. It's like, well, no, it has been devalued, like, as a concept. But you still have to, like, work toward it. Because, not seeing how Goten and Trunks became Super Saiyans, that is, like, we don't know how it happened. It's just, were they born with this ability? And there are different circumstances, like Goku and Vegeta, they were already at these ridiculously upper echhelons of power, so, those 2 kids just being able to unlock this ability easily, and that's the only ability that they're able to unlock. They don't automatically start ascending to 2 and to 3, their fusion form ascends to 3, and I would assume as well 2, but, that's a fusion form. Once again, it's a special circumstance. Here, we just have Khalifa, and, like, her entire race can apparently do this thing. Just none of them have ever done it. And all Khalifa has to do, and as far as we knew at first, it had to still be the rage thing. Rage had to be that trigger thing. But for Khalifa, it's like, no, I have this little back tingle. I do this little back tingle thing. And then if I do like the back tingle thing a little bit differently, I get Super Saiyan 2. And that's where I really start drawing the line, because Super Saiyan 2 was a really special thing. Like Super Saiyan 1, like everyone has reached Super Saiyan 1. Super Saiyan 2, only an exclusive handful have got to do that. That is limited to Goku, Vegeta, and to Gohan. And with Vegeta, we don't even know specifically how he did it. Because you can make the argument that, he did it during the 7 years, or he figured, or that was something that he got from becoming a Majin. Like, we don't know precisely how he even did it. But with Goku, we know it's training. And, and I was training in the other world, so we don't even know if there was, like, extenuating circumstances. And Gohan, he's this bizarre fucking, hybrid. And with these rage triggers, and that just elevate him after fully mastering Super Saiyan. His special rage boost is what unlocked Super Saiyan 2 for him after having full 100% mastery of his base Super Saiyan form. Khalifa never has to do that. She just jumps immediately from 1 to 2 within mere minutes. And then Goku in the tournament tells her, it's like, oh, well, you're not ready for blue yet. It's just like, well, why isn't she? I mean, shit, she just did 1 and 2 with no fucking effort whatsoever. And, she's not ready for 3. Are you sure she's not ready for 3? Because, I mean, it's like, oh, we need to, like, master Super Saiyan 2 before you jump to 3. It's like, really? Because she didn't have to master Super Saiyan 1. Can she just become Super Saiyan 3? Where are you going to start drawing lines with this character? Like, when do things start becoming difficult for her? And when does she just stop being handed power-ups? And like I said, I can already see the complaints coming in where it's like, well, she's a prodigy also. It's like, well, we're talking about a series full of prodigies. Goku was a prodigy. And then Vegeta was the guy who was constantly working his ass off at 100 times gravity, trying to catch up to that prodigy. And then you had Goku, or Gohan, who was a super prodigy. He was this bizarre hybrid. And, that gave him even more potential. So he had even more potential than the guy who has an absurd amount of potential. And then you have Khalifa, who just comes out of nowhere, who was tossed on this team randomly. Just some guy, who was like some badass as far as like the Saiyans go. It's just like, yeah, no, my sister's pretty badass. You can, she's kind of like this thug fucking bitch, but, I'm sure you can get her to fight in this tournament. She'll be just as good as me. And it's just like, she just comes out of nowhere, and like I said, just gets 1, gets 2, can fucking go grade 3 with the big buff muscles, and she's not earning any of this. And this is why I say she is a fucking Mary Sue, because she is getting these things that were these golden achievements for previous characters, these symbols of, pushing one to their limits, and Khalifa just does it with a back tingle. And it is stupid. It is insulting as far as storytelling goes, and I know why they have to do this. And because I can also already see this complaint coming in. It's like, well, they need to do it because, they need to have these fighters who are on par with these other guys. It's like, well, then why not just give her some sort of weird green hair thing like Kale has? Like I said, this whole issue comes back to my issue with Kaba. If they just had Kaba be a Super Saiyan, or give him some sort of variant Super Saiyan form, and give them their own kind of weird variant Super Saiyan form as well, that falls in line with Kaba's, that would have been fine. We could have done that instead. But no, we had to have, the fucking Universe 7 guys come in and teach them the miracle of Super Saiyan, and now these guys are just going to start flipping these switches left and right, and they're all going to be fucking demigods now? I don't fucking know. I mean, shit, she could become a god now if she wanted. I mean, that's Universe 7. That's easy. So really, Blue is just around the corner for her. So yeah, it's, she has way too many advantages. She's really shoddily written. And she's written almost like this overexcitable fangirl also. She's like this kind of tough badass. But, once she starts talking to Goku about the Saiyan forms, she turns into, this Super Saiyan otaku, where she's just like, oh my gosh, tell me more about the Super Saiyan forms. That's so cool. And it's just, she's literally fangirling. She is she is so close to being someone's self-insert character, it's disgusting. And yeah, I hate Khalifa. I hate what she represents. I hate how she's being utilized in the story. She could have been a great character, but she isn't. She's nothing. She's garbage. I hate how she's utilized. Maybe the Tournament of Power will use her better. You know, like they'll maybe, you know, redeem her character. But I feel like the damage has already been done. And, you know, like, I like, because even if they start putting limitations on her now, well, it's like, well, why does she have limitations now? Like, I feel like it's a no-win situation for this character. Because either you start limiting her, and it's just this, well, why is she limited now? Why can't she just do more back tingles and Bleach Super Saiyan 3? Why is, you know, the God forms apparently difficult for her? You know? So, yeah, I don't like her. I don't like how she, like, Kale, honestly, I don't like Kale because she's a big fucking Broly reference, but at least it's a completely different transformation. It is something bizarre that has never been seen in this continuity, and you can do that because there's never been established rules. Khalifa, she's doing shit that other characters have done that have had rules. So yeah, that's my big gripe. That's why I fucking hate Khalifa. Like I said, I just wanted to like make this its own little mini rant video. Though this is probably already like 10 minutes long, so it's not really a mini rant. It's just a standardized Zeon rant. But yeah, there you go. Khalifa, kind of a shit character, and she's a goddamn Mary Sue, people. Fucking admit it. Zeon, out.